You there. You clicked on this video, right? Because you want to become a famous YouTuber. You want the fast cars, you want the money, you want the women, you want the recognition, the fame, the notoriety, right? Well, I got some news for you. You've definitely came to the wrong place because I don't have any of that.
You suck!
What's going on, guys? It is Snake here. Today, guys, I am bringing you another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to grow your YouTube channel, what tips I can give you from my experience and everything, and yeah, just, how to actually start growing yourself on YouTube, reaching out to a bigger audience. Anyways, guys, before we actually get in this video, though, make sure you're subscribed to the channel with those post notifications turned on so you can be notified every single time I do upload a new video. But a few things before we actually get into this video, though. First thing is that I am sick. You can probably hear it, and I look like garbage, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm pretty sick right now. Not really sure why. Actually, I kind of know why, but I'm pretty sick right now, and I don't know if it sounds a little like oofy, like mumbly, unenthusiastic. I apologize. It's just I can't really help it. I feel like shit. But anyways, also another thing I do want to talk about. I know this is not a typical video I do make, but I did ask you guys if you wanted to see this, and a lot of you guys did say you did. So I felt I could make this. Like I said, I'm not in the intro. I'm not the biggest YouTuber. I don't have like a bunch of money from YouTube or anything like that. But I definitely would say I could give some pretty helpful advice, considering the fact how fast my channel has grown since I've, like I said, hit 1,000 subs in under 7 months, which is usually, that's pretty insane. So I feel like I could give some great tips. Anyway, guys, the first thing I do want to talk about before, anything else, you're probably hearing this all the time from other videos, but I have like my own spin on it, and that's consistency. Now, I'm not talking about just be consistent with your uploads. That's, important as is. But I'm talking about be consistent with your uploads, be consistent with your thumbnails, be consistent with your titles, and obviously the upload times. You could upload daily, but if you're uploading one at noon, then another one at 3 p.m. and then 7 p.m., that's bad. The best times to upload on YouTube, actually, and this is like proven, is from anywhere from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. And that's just because it gives YouTube plenty of time to kind of fit it into the algorithm, especially for the evening when, in my opinion, and statistics wise, most people do watch YouTube videos, so it gives YouTube plenty of time to fit it into the algorithm. And obviously, you're gonna be catching the kids as they're getting off of school and everything. It's just the best time to upload, so you're gonna want to be consistent. Find an upload time that works for you. I mean, you don't have to do that, but for my recommendations, I would do 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. And also, guys, I know I just touched on this, but be consistent with like everything. You want to be consistent with the thumbnails. You want to all have them all follow the same style. If you look at my thumbnails, they all have the little Snake logo in the bottom left-hand corner and the same title, font, and everything. Usually, this around the same size. That's pretty nitpicky if we're saying it have the exact same size font. But it's relatively close, give or take. A couple whatever you want to call them font sizes. And it's the key. It is the key, because you're gonna want to build yourself like a recognition, a brand. And if you're just kind of doing random thumbnails all the time, and it's just completely different from the last one, then that's when people are gonna be like, oh, what is this? Like, is this a different channel? Or if you do it, obviously my way, and have thumbnails that are very similar to each other, someone's gonna look at it, and then they're gonna come back some other time, look at another video, and be like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. You know what? This guy makes some good content. I'm gonna sub to him because I remember his last video. See, if you do this, if you just make a bunch of different thumbnails and everything, or different styles of title, I always keep my titles the same, usually pretty caps. Like, I'm not one of those like meme channels that has like the dots, or like, just what I'm talking about. Like, my titles are all kind of follow the same format. Just, you want to be consistent with like everything, because that's going to get people to remember you, especially when people come back as a second time viewer. They're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember this guy, because I can't tell you guys how many times I've been on YouTube, I've watched a video, I kind of forgot about the guy, then I see another one of his videos, and I'm like, yeah, I remember this guy makes some pretty good content, so actually I'm going to subscribe subscribe to him. And that's a great way to start growing your channel, growing your audience, is just consistency. I think that's the most important thing on YouTube by far. Now, the second thing I do want to talk about, it's a little bit ironic because I've actually never done it from this channel yet, but that is collaborations. Now, hey, if you're a YouTuber out there, and you want to collaborate and, you're like around my size, hit me up, man, hit me up. Message me on Twitter. But, guys, collaborations are very powerful, and I'm pretty sad I haven't utilized them. I just don't have any friends, you know how it is. But they're very, very powerful. And if you think about it, so let's do my channel, for example, 1,000 subscribers. Let's say I collab with another channel with 1,000 subscribers. You're potentially opening up your channel to another 1,000 people. Obviously not 1,000 people are going to subscribe to you, because that'd be pretty insane, but you have that potential opened up, and you're gonna maybe get, at the minimum, at least, if it's a good collaboration, at least like 10%. Maybe that's maybe a little like minimum, bare minimum. If it's something bigger, maybe you like dual, like you completely switch uploads, like you upload a video on his channel, he uploads one on yours, that's maybe more. But if you think about it, collaborations really open up the doors to a ton of new viewers, and I'm very sad I haven't utilized them because they seriously work out insanely well. Another really important thing, and this is where I see a lot of really good content creators fall flat, and this is why their channels like can't grow at all, is you need to talk about something relevant. Now, I know this is kind of like counterintuitive of you like having motivation to do YouTube, because a lot of people want to do it for things they like, and there's a bunch of stuff I like that I would never upload on YouTube. For example, I would not play Arma 3 on YouTube. That's the game I have actually probably had the most hours on. But it's just not something a lot of people watch on YouTube. It's a very small niche, it's not something that would get views. Actually, I did an Arma 3 video and it did horrible. It deleted now. But you got to do something relevant. Now, here's the key. You want to pick something that's relevant, but not something that you hate so much. Because if like you want to go and upload Fortnite, but you hate Fortnite, your videos aren't going to turn out good, or not going to turn out how you want them to, because you're not going to have the enthusiasm, you're not going to have the motivation, and you're not going to have the dedication to actually following through and making the videos, great. So you're gonna want to do something that you like, and that's also at the same time pretty relevant. You gotta find that balance. And Call of Duty is obviously pretty irrelevant. It's very popular right now. Not as much as it used to be maybe, but it's still very popular. And I've been doing Call of Duty videos. I like Call of Duty. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't. And my channel's been growing pretty great. So you gotta find that balance between relevancy and how much you actually like it. Because if you go too heavy on one side, that's gonna be the downfall of your channel. It's not gonna turn out well. Now, the next thing I'm gonna talk about does also have to do with content, and this is actually your niche. Now, what I mean by this is how much content you're uploading, like what content you're uploading and how much of it. So what I do on my channel, I'll explain this now. I don't just do Call of Duty, obviously. That's like the main thing, but I do Halo videos, I do The Last of Us videos, I do Battlefield videos, and that's a very good thing to do. Maybe not at the start, that might not be a good thing at the start, but as your channel grows, that's really gonna come to help you so much more, because if you think about it, if you're doing multiple different games or whatever niche may be, let's say you're doing Battlefield and Call of Duty. Oh, let's say there's nothing going on with Call of Duty, or there's nothing interesting going on with Battlefield. You could just go to the other one and make a video on it. Now, obviously, like I said, this isn't necessarily the best thing to do at the beginning. Maybe you want to get yourself established with one game at the beginning. Maybe do it like 50 videos on it, something like that. You got to get yourself established at the beginning, just because, it's, if you see a channel that has like 10 videos and they're all on a different thing, you're not really going to be too inclined to subscribe to that channel, just because it looks like a random like shit post channel. That's basically what I think when I see a channel like that. So you're gonna want to eventually branch off, start off with one game, but branching off is so much beneficial in terms of long-term benefits. Obviously, that sounded really stupid, but it's really gonna help you. It's gonna give you more content ideas. It's gonna obviously give you a much wider audience, and hopefully your two audiences references from both games will be able to like intertwine. So your Battlefield fans will watch your Call of Duty videos, your Call of Duty fans will watch your Battlefield videos, you know, and stuff like that. Hopefully that's the case, and I've noticed that's the case with me. I've noticed the people that have subscribed for like The Last of Us, or actually more so people that subscribe for Call of Duty, have now became pretty interested in The Last of Us because of my videos that I made, and it really just boosts like everything on the channel. This next thing I do want to talk about kind of is linked with consistency, but it's more on the motivation side of things, and that's just don't burn yourself out doing this. Now, obviously, like I said, you want to be consistent. You want to be uploading on, you know, either a daily, other day, every other day, weekly, monthly basis, whatever your content happens to be. You need to find out what you can do, what you're capable of doing without, you know, being way too stressed out. Because let's say you're doing daily, but your videos, they definitely take quite a bit to make, and you're like stressing out, you're going to become burned out very fast, and you're going to end up either taking, you know, a very long hiatus from YouTube, or you're just going to completely drop it altogether. And obviously, you know, that's a fail, that's a failed channel, and that's a flop just in itself. So you need to find, like I said, another balance between actual consistency and not burning yourself out. So you want to, like, let's say your videos are pretty well edited, you know, like they're like a funny moments thing, kind of like the Gaming Lemon. If you could do that on a weekly basis, then do that. Don't try and go every other day or like every 3 days, because you will burn yourself out. Trust me, it's happened to me. This is not even just for YouTube. This is just for everything. You get burned out of something if you're doing it way too much, no matter what it is. I mean, look at Black Ops 4. I literally stopped playing that game for like 2 months because all I did all the time was just grind the crap out of it, and I got so far, and now I'm basically just like everybody else, you know, Prestige 8. It's like everyone, it's kind of this, there's a lot more people that are higher level than me, same level than me, because I took this long hiatus. That same thing with YouTube, you know. Not only actually though are you going to stay stagnant though because of that, but you're also going to lose your subscribers. It's not like you can lose a level in Call of Duty. YouTube, the stakes are much higher, so you gotta make sure you don't get burned out. Now, like now for me, I'm on winter break obviously, so that's why I'm doing daily content. Normally if I was in school, I'm not gonna be able to do that. It's just too much, especially, you know, like track and everything starting. It's way too much, so I'm gonna obviously cut down, but you just gotta find this fine line between not actually freaking killing yourself over making a video like every day or whatever is crazy for you, and actually being consistent with your uploads, not just like being like, oh, I'll make a video today and then the next video, it could come out like what, 3 months. Like you gotta really stay consistent. That's the key, and that's, in my opinion, how I grew my channel. There's obviously a lot of other things, you know, getting tips from other guys or getting shout outs from bigger channels, working with bigger channels, stuff like that. It's, you know, it just, trust me, that stuff will all come. I know you'll see people say like, oh, just get a shout out from a bigger channel or work with a bigger channel. That stuff will come if you first follow the things I said in this. If you're able to obviously have the consistency, you know, good videos, everything like that, and like a brand, a recognizable brand for yourself, then all of that other stuff will come. And that's really better for this video. Hopefully you guys do take some valuable tips from this. You guys definitely, you know, have been great to me, so the least I can do is, I think, at least give you as much advice as I can on how to grow your channels, because I do know a lot of you guys subscribe to me are content creators yourself, and I do hope all you guys do find success with your videos. Anyways guys, hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, like the video and share the video, you know, get this out to aspiring content creators like, you know, us. And hopefully my advice, the short time I've been on YouTube, the 7-8 months, my advice can help, you know, other people that are in like the same position as me. Hope you guys all have a great day, and peace.